developed a little bit of a vibration. I had it when I first did the lift, and that was the reason why I did these spacers that dropped my transfer case, because it eliminated almost all of the vibration by bringing the transfer case down just a little bit. Unfortunately, when I put my new shackles on, those fellas, what they did is they actually tilted my rear diff even further. If you look carefully, you can see there's almost no angle at all between the pinion on my rear diff and the drive shaft. And that would actually be pretty good if I had a CV or like a hack and tap up there, you know, something to eliminate that slip yoke, but I don't. So it's just putting a whole lot of like really weird rotational forces on the end of this drive shaft. And you know, if you want to read about driveline angles and how weird they get with U-joints, go give a look on YouTube. There's some really good explanations out there, better than I could give. But rest assured, if you don't have this and that, the two things connecting either end of this drive shaft perfectly parallel, you get weird stuff. So that's what I gotta fix. Now the only thing I can do, since I'm not doing a slip yoke eliminator, is I've got shims that came on these springs that tilted this back a bit. So I'm hoping if I pop those shims off the springs, it'll level this out a little bit and it'll match the angle of that transfer case, and maybe it won't vibrate anymore. We'll see. Okay, so with the wheels off, you can see what I was talking about, how the angle between my rear diff and the drive shaft is almost totally flat, hey? And you can also see the shims I was talking about, which are right here. Right there. See? I'm also going to squirt a little bit on this guy in the middle, because from what I can tell, that pin, which goes right through all the leaves, is what's holding that shim on. And I should be able to just take it out, pop that shim off, stick the pin back in. However, I'm probably going to need to clamp these springs, because there's a very good chance when that pin is released, they're going to splay apart. And if they go apart too far, the short little pin's going to be too hard to get in there, and it's going to be a dick around to line them up. So in the case where my plan fails and they get split up and I can't get this pin in, I got these here replacements, and you just use them to cinch the springs back together and then cut off the excess. So these are good to have around just in case. Okay, so I got the axle dropped down about as far as I'm comfortable going. I got a jack on either side because I figured that might be the easiest way to go. But the axle can still roll. I put a jack stand just under the yoke kind of section of the diff. Yeah, make sure you got just a little bit of slack in your brake line and this vent hose, because you don't want to break nothing. This isn't the end of the world, but obviously your brake line's important. Got some clamps snug down on there. Oh, look at that. Uh-oh. Fuck around. Well, here we go. Once you're done pissing around and get it out of there. It's weird. Mine seems to be attached to the pin. Oh, nope. There we go. That's all there is to it. No more shim. So I'll get this back together, do the other side, and then we'll see how it turns out. Alright, well, I've got it on axle stands here now. And our pinion angle's a lot better on this. I guess we'll see if it's enough. Oh, hey, good morning. You might notice I'm dressed a little funny. That's because I'm working nights this week, so this is the way I look during the day. I just wanted to wrap this video up and let you know that everything turned out good. Removing those shims gave my rear axle enough of a twist that it matches my transfer case, at least close enough that I don't get any vibrations when I'm driving anymore, and that's good because it was quite bad. Unfortunately, the break I took after the video to make sure it worked ended up being a little longer than I expected because I started a new job and a bunch of other stuff is going on in my life, so and I just kind of took a back seat. But I've been driving the Jeep, it's been good. For some better explanations of how driveline angles go, just have a search on YouTube or Google. There's some really good explanations out there, stuff I watched to get a better idea of what the hell was going on. Once you have somebody who knows what they're talking about explaining it, it makes a lot of sense. So I'm not going to try. U-joints are a pain in the ass. That's the bottom line. So in the future, I'm looking forward to doing some kind of slip yoke elimination. Well, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe if you're not. And leave a comment down below if you want to. Have a good one.